Hello again. In this part where I'm gonna show you how to make arm slits in your cloak in case you want arm slits. You don't have to. But I wanted some in mind just because I know when I'm doing my stuff that sometimes I'll need arms, or if I get too hot then I can just stick my arms out. So that's what we're gonna do. What I did is, that's the neck piece, like that's the head part or end, and then I just kind of stitched it. That's actually the inside. I stitched it like we would connect the other pieces until the length that I wanted my armhole to start, and you'll just have to measure to see where you want it. But and then I knotted off the end, and I'm on the inside now. What we're going to do is we're going to start in this hole that our stitch was in and grab the yarn so we can start making an edge. If you don't want an edge, then all you have to do is connect at one point, leave a hole, and then connect at a different point lower down. But I've got my loop through the hole with my hook through it, and then for my edging I'm just doing a single crochet stitch for all of my edging. So sorry, this is a little awkward. It's been a while since I've had to make a video this way, so just adjust here. There, hopefully you guys can see. So remember, for our single crochet we're going to go into the hole first, and you just have to find holes just like you would connecting the whole piece together. Just find holes that you can. Yeah, I did make a single crochet stitch. Oh wow, it's been a while since I've had to do edging, but so yeah, we're just gonna go, whoop, there we go. I'm just gonna go around. Don't want it that far away from the edge. Finding the holes are a little hard, but not too difficult. It's just finding, like, you gotta get it in there so you got at least one string. But I prefer to have two strings just to be safe. Same thing when I'm connecting the pieces together. I like to have about two strings, like you would, like here's one. There's one right there. And then there's one right in front of it. So there's two next to each other right here. So I would put it in those two, in between those two, to have two. But just to make it stronger, because that's just the way I like it. It keeps it together and I feel safer when I do it. If I seem tired or I'm talking too quietly, I'm sorry, but my mom's downstairs and I've never really made a video with her downstairs, so it's a little bit awkward. Usually she's at work when I'm making videos, but she didn't go to work today. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. But we're just making an edge, so I'm going to go ahead and cut over to when I'm done putting an edge for about maybe, depending on how big you want the hole, but mine's going to be about 35 stitches long for the armhole itself. So I'll cut over now. Alright, so when you finished your work, you're going to go ahead and connect it to the other side. So you're going to line up the edging together, pick your point, go through the edge, take your string, and we're going to pull it through that edge. So I pulled it through this edge, and then we're going to pull it through our remaining loop to make a slip knot. And see, that's going to connect them together pretty strong, so you could just start over here, even looping into this stitch, this slip knot, to continue using your tapestry needle to connect the rest of the two. But see, now we also have our loop for the other side, so we can start doing the edging for the other side. And then we don't have to cut the yarn and make two different edges. You just use one continuous yarn thread piece and go in the hole. My goodness. And it's just continuous that way. And you'll do that for the other armhole, and just, you know, measure how far away it is from your neckline and how long it should be. But I just kind of eyeballed it from the other armhole I made. So, yep. But that's all you really need to do to make the armhole. But I'll show you guys how to close it off. Darn, I hate edges. They're always so hard, especially when you have to talk and do it at the same time. You can't even see what I'm doing. See, I'm having problems because there are no stitches. There's just big holes that the needle doesn't want to go through. So, yeah. I will cut over to when I'm done with this edging row. My goodness, you guys can't even see anything. Hopefully you saw what I did. But, I'll cut over to when I'm done with this edge, and I'll close off the armhole edge after this stubborn stitch. Okay. Alrighty. As soon as the camera stops shaking. Okay. So I'm at the edge, at the other end. I know that's kind of hard to see, but there's my loop. And I did my last stitch in the same, in this hole, that hole, which is the same hole that my last tapestry, I'm just going to call them tapestry stitches, are in. Camera's being stubborn. Well, I should say my knees are being stubborn. And we're just going to do the same thing we did at the end, or at the other end. And we're going to do a slip stitch, but we're going to do it in the first hole that we started in. And we're going to do one more slip stitch, and then I don't have my scissors with me, but you would cut off, I usually cut off right here, just around my finger, and then you would pull the tail through. So pretend I pulled the tail through, and you take this tail and probably this tail and just tie them all together to make a giant knot at the end to make sure it's all secure. One giant knot of them all together, or, you know, individual ones. I usually do about 3 knots just to make sure. So yeah, that's what we do to do our edging for our arm, for our armhole. So, but you guys will see that better when I'm all done, which is I'm attaching my last piece. So I'm almost done, and all I need to do is do the edging like this around the entire thing, and I will be done, and I am very, very excited. So I'll see you guys when I have to do the edging later.